Good day everyone, culinary entrepreneurship in the Philippines. So what is our objectives? Our objectives is that students can identify emerging trends in the culinary industry that present opportunities for new startups, to analyze the economic impact of food tourism on the local communities and businesses, and to know more about the impact of digital marketing and e-commerce on the culinary industry and its potential for entrepreneurs. So what are the culinary startups and success stories? Well, the startup industry's success and the story of the Filipino entrepreneur, one of the grit and determination, every new round of funding and every closed deal, our contribution to the greater startup economy as Filipino founders and entrepreneurs prove that their ideas and businesses are worthy of recognition. Tapos here are some of the men and women shaking up the industry, the investors and thought leaders directing the conversation, and the startup founders who've become Filipino success stories. And the examples are Mr. Carlo Huerta, Miss Ana Lorenzana de Ocampo, and Mr. Bruce Ricketts. Well, these startup founders have carved out a name and a place for themselves in the local startup ecosystem. They're the men and women who went from rookie entrepreneurs to thought leaders and role models in their own right. Who is Mr. Carlo? Who is Mr. Carlo Huerta? Well, Chef Carlo Huerta is the head chef of Shangri-La at the Fort's Peruvian restaurant, Samba. He hails from Peru and has spent years traveling across the South America, refining his skills and discovering the robust local flavors and continent has to offer from Peru. So when he was interviewed, he said that the lessons that have inspired him to become a chef and what lessons have he learned about it. He said when he was a kid, there was a big gastronomic revolution in Peru. Interest in our ethnic products became important. Humble ingredients became fancy, and I have always loved to eat and cook. I started as a kid, observing my mom and grandma as they cooked. The smell of the spices, the oregano and chili filled our kitchen. Looking at my grandma, use the batan to make sauces. Peruvian stone mortar siya. So maybe I've always wanted or cooked like her, while feeding others with passion and love in every dish. We also have Miss Ana Lorenzana de Ocampo. Tatler's Asia's Most Influential 2022 honoree, Ana de Lorenzana de Ocampo, shares what's behind the successful establishment in the food and beverage industry. When interviewed, she said, "What projects in the last 2 years were you most proud of? Why?" Here she replied that despite everything, Wildflower, her business, accomplished much during and despite the pandemic. Instead of being paralyzed by fear, we acted. Being primarily a sit-down restaurant business, needed to learn to venture out of its comfort zone and meet customers where they were. This manifested by our team developing our very own Wildflower to-go in-house delivery, armed despite delivery only being a minor portion of the business pre-pandemic, and this allowed us to continue operating unfettered despite the aforementioned limitation of movement since it was at the pandemic time. Last but not least, Mr. Bruce Ricketts. Bruce Ricketts continues to elevate the Manila culinary landscape with his top-notch restaurants. Mokaoma, China's Kain-sensei sushi like a true master. Bruce Ricketts may be reserved and way too modest for his skills, but he is surely one talented beast in the kitchen. When interviewed, he said, what or who inspired you to become a chef? What lessons have you learned? And he replied, it's very difficult to name just one person because meeting different chefs and eating their food constantly inspires me to be better as I absorb and understand their philosophy and make it work for my own growing style, whether through reading about a chef that I've never met or someone I'm fond of and having the opportunity to try their food. I always enjoy learning about how different chefs approach the produce and technique. My curiosity about their styles helped me explore and improve my own style in understanding the food that we eat.
Food tourism businesses and their impacts. Food tourism businesses are establishments that cater to the growing trend or travelers seeking unique culinary experiences. So these businesses focus on providing food-related services, products, and experiences to tourists, locals, and combinations of both. So here are a few examples of food tourism businesses. First is the food tours. These businesses organize guided tours that take participants to various local eateries, food markets, or cooking classes. So they allowing them to taste and learn about the local cuisine. The second is the cooking classes. These businesses offer cooking workshops or classes where participants can learn to prepare local dishes under the guidance of experienced chefs or home cooks. Third is the culinary experiences. These businesses provide immersive experiences that go beyond just food, combining cultural elements and storytelling and history to create a memorable dining experience. Fourth is the food festivals. These businesses organize food festivals or events that showcase local culinary specialties, so allowing visitors to sample a variety of dishes from different vendors in one location. Fifth is the food and beverage retail. These businesses focus on selling local and artisanal food and beverage products, either through the physical stores or online platforms. They allowing customers to take a piece of the culinary experience home with them. Sixth is the farm-to-table experiences. So these businesses emphasize the use of locally sourced ingredients, often partnering with local farmers and producers to create a unique farm-to-table dining experience. Lastly, is the food and wine pairing. So these businesses specialize in pairing food with different types of wines or other beverages, offering tasting menus or hosting events that showcase the harmony between food and drinks. And there are many other types of food tourism businesses depending on the specific niche or focus. Food tourism businesses have a significant impact. The first is the economic impact. Food tourism businesses contribute to local economy by generating revenue through food sales, tours, workshops, and events. So they create employment opportunities for locals, support local farmers and food producers, and stimulate the growth of other related industries such as hospital, transportation, and retail. The second is the cultural preservation. Food tourism businesses play a role in preserving and promoting local culinary traditions and cultural heritage. So by showcasing traditional dishes, cooking techniques, and ingredients, they help keep culinary traditions alive and create a sense of pride and identity within the community. Third is the destination promotion. Food tourism businesses contribute to the promotion of a destination as a culinary hotspot. They attract food enthusiasts from around the world who are seeking authentic and unique food experiences. So it helps raise the profile of the destination, yeah, increase the tourist arrivals, and extend the length of stay. The fourth is the community engagement. Food tourism businesses often collaborate with local communities, farmers, and artisans, and fostering a sense of community pride and engagement. So they provide opportunities for locals to showcase their culinary skills and traditional recipes, and creating a platform for cultural exchange and interaction between locals and visitors. Fifth is environmental sustainability. Food tourism businesses that prioritize sustainable practices can have a positive impact on the environment. So they may focus on using local and seasonal ingredients, reducing food waste, supporting organic farming practices, and promoting sustainable fishing and farming methods. Lastly is the education and awareness. Food tourism businesses can educate visitors about the local food culture, traditional farming practices, and the importance of sustainable food systems. So through food tours or workshop and cooking classes, they help raise awareness about the importance of preserving culinary heritage and the benefits of consuming locally sourced food. Next is the culinary and opportunities for culinary entrepreneurs. Culinary entrepreneurship can be an exciting and rewarding venture. However, like any business, there are challenges and opportunities so the culinary entrepreneurs may face. Here are some of them. The challenges first is the competition. So the culinary industry can be highly competitive with many players vying for attention and customers. So standing out and differentiating oneself from the competition can be a challenge. The second is the rising cost. Running a culinary business involves various expenses, such as ingredients, equipment, rent, and labor. So managing cost and ensuring the profitability can be a constant challenge, especially with fluctuating market prices. The third is seasonality. Depending on the location, culinary businesses may experience seasonal fluctuations in customer demand. So they can present the challenges in terms of managing inventory, staffing, and cash flow during the slower periods. And last is the skill and expertise. Culinary entrepreneurs need to have a strong foundation in cooking techniques, menu planning, food safety, and other culinary skills. So, acquiring and maintaining the necessary expertise can be a challenge, especially as trends and taste evolves. So, the mga opportunities po, we have the growing food trends. The culinary industry is dynamic with constantly evolving food trends and consumer preferences. So culinary entrepreneurs can capitalize on these trends by offering unique and innovative food products or experiences. Second is niche markets. There is a growing demand for specialized culinary experiences such as vegan or gluten-free cuisine, farm-to-table concepts, or fusion cuisine. So identifying and catering to niche markets, it can provide opportunities for culinary entrepreneurs to carve out a unique selling proposition. Third is the online presence. The rise of social media and online platforms has opened up new avenues for culinary entrepreneurs to promote their businesses. So engaging with customers and even sell their products online. Building a strong online presence can help reach a wider audience and generate more business. Lastly is the collaborations and partnerships. Culinary entrepreneurs can explore collaborations and partnerships with other businesses such as local farmers and food suppliers or event organizers. So these partnerships can help reduce costs, expand networks, and enhance the overall customer experience.